picturesque areas where he shot some of his videos. But we had sound check earlier, and oh wow, so I set up like I was in church. I just closed my eyes, and the music was just really resonating with me. So I really love that, just that really clean, pure sound, and you're going to get to enjoy that tonight as well. So really looking forward to that. As I always said, if you guys have a chance and you can somehow run the show through a stereo or some kind of a system other than your iPhone or iPad or something like that, I strongly advise you to do so. So because tonight's, you're gonna enjoy it. And speaking of sound, we want to give a shout out to Bose, because it's because of Bose and the L1 system, which every week that I use this system, I just fall in love with it more and more. It's just got so much capabilities. It makes it easy for a dumb woodworker like me to figure out how to mix instruments and do stuff and make everything sound good. So I'm really grateful to Bose, and we absolutely love the system, and that's why you're getting to hear it rather than us just holding up like a phone or something, and you're getting the version that way. You get to hear it through this great system. So thanks to them. A shout out to the East Nashvilleian. Thanks for always being supportive to what we're doing. You might be watching this on their page right now, and we're thankful to them. Good friends and neighbors, and just a great neighborhood magazine. Continue to support them, and we're thankful to them. So thanks to LR Bags. LR Bags has always been really kind and sent us out some DIs or whatever we might need for our artists to be able to perform here. So we're grateful to them for that. And then, of course, we want to thank our companies, which is Delgado Guitars and the Music Maker Stage and La Tradición. We were very blessed last year in a year where we were not sure how we were going to make it through. You out there supported us, and because of that, we're able to do things like this and continue to support our artists and our community. So because of that, we just want to again thank you and ask you to continue to show love. So as I've talked about before, Julie and I put these shows together because we wanted to do something for our artistic community and find a way to allow them to continue to bring you their great music and support them. So our show is absolutely free. You're not having to buy any tickets or do anything like that. However, we do hope that you'll consider doing a virtual tip to our artists, and you're going to see a PayPal link and a Venmo link for our artists tonight, and that shows you where you can go to share a little bit of love. And I think we even have the website up where you'll be able to learn more about our artist tonight, about a book that he wrote and a new single he's got out with a new album. So there's a lot. But without further ado, I'm really looking forward to tonight. So get yourself a beverage of choice, sit back, enjoy yourself, and live from the Vibe, live from the Music Maker Stage, featuring Ron De La Vega, we have Mark Elliott.
All right. Well, good evening, everybody, and it's a pleasure to be playing in this beautiful showcase room here at Delgado Guitars on Music Maker Stage. We've already had a good time just warming up. It sounds so good in here. So anyway, good to have all you guys joining me. Thank you. I'm going to get started with a song that kicked off my COVID season of singles. This came out in March. I wrote it with my pal Gabe Produlis, and it's all about this time that Ron got drunk and got on a train and wound up in South Texas. True story. Or maybe it's about the time that I lost my truck, title of my truck in a poker game. Who knows? It's called Craziest Thing. So here's a little hats off to your craziest thing. Train behind a biker bar. I was drunk as hell, didn't think it'd go that far. The next thing I saw was South Texas in the rising sun. Yeah, I'd like to say that was the craziest thing I've done. But the only time I've gone too far truck in a late night poker game. I had a pretty good hand, didn't think it'd go down that way. I spent the next 6 months trying to get around with my thumb. Yeah, I'd like to say that was the craziest thing I've done. But the only time I've gone too far had to begin with you all of my heart. Ever been a fear, ever been a fun. Loving you is the craziest thing I've done. All right. Letting you go, times got kind of tough. Yeah, I'd like to say that was the craziest thing I've done. But the only time I've gone too far, I had to begin you all of my heart. Oh, ever been a fear, ever been a fun. Loving you is the craziest thing I've done. Oh, loving you is the craziest thing I've done. Thank you very much. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, everybody out there. Again, this is my good pal Ron Delgado on the bass. I'll be telling you all about him, all the appropriate lies as we go along. So I'm singing you brand new songs for me, for the most part, songs that a lot of them written with my pal Gabe Verdulis, who stepped in to produce a bunch of these for me. And he was supposed to be with us tonight, but feeling a little under the weather, so we're going to send out some healing, positive vibes for my pal. This is a song about a couple. It's 50-50 whether these guys are going to make it. They're fire and water, man. So we'll see what happens. That's different than fire and gas.
Wait, what were we gonna be?
Because I felt you looking at me on that. Who knows whether they're going to make it? So it's called Watch Out, man. We were laughing earlier during rehearsal because I grew up in folk and bluegrass music, and when I put this song out, I got my first explicit E on Spotify, which means that there's explicit language in this song, and it's not dang. Apparently when you say asshole in the first 3 words, they put an E on it. Well, he's an asshole when he's hurting. She cries when she's mad. You put them both together, oh, watch out, man. Anything could happen. It already has. And blow the roof, the whole damn crew still don't understand. Watch out, man. Watch out, man. singles on Spotify. As a songwriter, I was reticent to do that, but it seemed like the only game in town. It seemed like a lot of people were having fun. And so this whole year's been an experiment in new songs and new production and new ways of getting music out there. So I appreciate everybody going out and listening on Spotify and Apple Music. So that one's out there in the hinterlands. I just celebrated, or actually getting ready to celebrate, because about February 9th will be my 30th year in Nashville. Woo. Moved here when I was 10, of course. It's just been a really rough 30, you know what I mean? So I'm not sure my co-writer Jamie Clee out there in Colorado was able to listen in live, but she's going to be listening later, so I'm going to send it out to Jamie. It's amazing being able to sing a song 30 years later. This is my first cut ever in town.
Wow.
And I thought it was going to work out this way my whole career. A guy walked up to me, a publisher, and said, "Hey, if you'll give me a day contract on this song, I'll get it cut." And I went, "Well, sure." Sure enough, he walks across the street. I think it was Masterphonics at the time, and an old championship rodeo rider was doing his record over there. His name was Chris Ledoux. He was
Wow.
a great artist, and he was recording this record with Garth Brooks called "What You Gonna Do with a Cowboy." And sure enough, guy walked it across the street, and Chris Ledoux cut the thing. So
Wow.
I thought, well, this is gonna be easy. I don't know how many years it took to get my second cut, but I know one thing, 30 years later, I'm still trying to make ends meet, which is what this song's about. So I thought we might sing my first cut, kind of my oldest song in town. See what happens. Left for work and he never came back. That's when Mary had to face the fact that it's up to her to start a new life. 2 babies and just one job, gonna take all the strength she's got. It's a hard road, but she knows somehow she'll survive. Making ends meet, holding her own, not afraid of a hard day's work, to give a family a home. Ain't nothing gonna break her stride. There's too much love and too much pride, standing on your own 2 feet, making ends meet. Each day, Becca says the Lord's come due, and loving knows there's a lot to lose. It ain't fair, it's a lot to bear, but you won't hear him complain. Oh, he's making ends meet, holding his own, not afraid of a hard day's work. Give his family a home. Ain't nothing gonna break his stride. There's too much love, too much pride, standing on our own 2 feet, making ends meet. Hard times come and test the faith of folks like you and I. very much. All right, Jamie, I messed up the words, but that's all right.
Mark, Devin O'Day, Gary Cully, and Galen E. all say you guys are sounding great.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Well, it's good to hear from all of my friends there. I worked up this song with my pal Gary Cully. We have a band called Runaway Home, and we do this song some too. This is a single that came out in August, and it's all about traveling, of course, because you can't be a musician and not write traveling songs. People think that being a musician is playing gigs, but really being a musician is driving, loading in, loading out, and driving, and occasionally playing. So anyway, this is a song about the specific kind of travel when you're by yourself. Someone once asked me about what it was like playing in a band versus traveling solo. And I said, well, it's actually all about what you say to yourself after a terrible gig. You know, it's if you are in a band and it's a terrible gig, nobody shows up, and nobody listened, or the owner stiffed you on the pay, you get back in the car and you yell back and forth about it, but somebody's always got the better attitude, and they go, well, the beer was cold, the girls were hot, something. When you're traveling by yourself and you have a terrible gig and you're in the car, it's more like, what am I doing with my life?
Oh.
It's a different thing, right? Yeah. So this is all about traveling home by yourself and the mind games that happen. You know, how is home? Is the person I left at home still there? Are they the only one there? And I think there are certain highways that do it to you, like, you know, falling down the face of Virginia or driving across Illinois or Texas. I don't know about that thing about driving between Nashville and Memphis, but that might as well be 3 weeks long. So I guess it's a horse to the barn song. It's called On My Way to See You, and I wrote it with my pals Gabe Bertulis and Tristan Bushman. So. All right. Time way too soon when I'm on my way to see you, on my way to see you. Our left Illinois never ends when I'm on my way to see you, on my way to see you. Rest stop junkies, gas station food, they won't stop me when I'm on my way to see you. On my way to see you, on my way to see you. Well, I'm on my way to see you, on my way to see you, on my way to see you, see you. Can't stop rewriting the last words we said when I'm on my way to see you, on my way to see you. I'm worried sick where you are, who you're with when I'm on my way to see you, on my way to see you. My mind is racing, got my doubts, these thoughts I'm chasing, trying to slow me down. I can't turn around when I'm on my way to see you, on my way to see you, on my way to see you. Well, I'm on my way to see you, on my way to see you, on my way to see you. You're the only way to see you. On my way to see you. On my way to see you. Well, I'm on my way to see you. On my way to see you. On my way to see you. See you.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you much. Oh, appreciate you guys being my stand-in audience. I know that this great series has been going on a while. It's been going on so long that we used to play for a live audience in this beautiful room. And those times are coming back. We're just not there yet. So it's really good to have all you guys out there in virtual land listening along. So let's see now. Gonna do a little bluegrass song. So I thought you were gonna play banjo on this one.
Bass band.
Oh yeah, cool. It's got a funny story. I wrote this again with my pal Gabe Radulis, and we wrote it. He was on the road driving home. I think probably from Wisconsin or Chicago, somewhere in the Midwest. And we decided to co-write a song with him driving home and me at home in the kitchen writing. And so we would just send each other notes, little audio notes back and forth. So I wrote this chorus and threw it his way, and 45 minutes later he threw me a little audio message of a verse, and that's how it came about. So no excuses if you're a co-writer. You either got to show up in person, or even if you're driving, you still got to write. So this is a bluegrass tune. I grew up in D.C., which a lot of people don't know is a hotbed of bluegrass with Birchmere, and an old group that I used to hang out with as a teenager and took guitar lessons from, although you wouldn't know them now, called The Seldom Seen. And so I love this type of music. And so this is written about the need to get out of town, get up in the mountains. Probably the safest place left to be is up in the mountains with the cool air and the cool water. So it's called Sleep in the Mountains. Well, let's sleep in the mountains tonight, on a bed of flowers and sheets made of moonlight. Dream a river dream, wake up in the morning light. Let's sleep in the mountains tonight. Now you've been telling me that you want to get away. The week is almost out, can't wait another day. Come on, go downtown, beat the traffic, fight the crowd, watch another movie. proud of you.
Oh man, that is awesome. Woo! Okay, I'm just gonna talk for a second, then we're gonna get back to music, so nobody go too far. But I just want to remind everybody, yes.